When it comes to photographing seniors, being front of mind with this crowd and being known by this crowd is key. You can do this a number of ways, including social media marketing, email marketing, a senior rep team, or getting out physically in front of your ideal client and getting out in the community. The best way to do that is to look at what major events your ideal client, aka seniors, have going on and figure out a way to work with that event. Prom is one of those events. This is a major event in a senior's life. So how can we work around prom to get in front of our ideal client? Today's episode is all about planning and booking prom mini sessions. I'm Leslie and welcome to my channel, Seniorology. As a senior photographer, educator, and business coach, I'm obsessed with helping photographers just like you build profitable and successful senior photography businesses that you love. If you didn't already know, I'm the creator and educator over at Seniorology.com, where I provide free resources, education, and events to help photographers just like you. Anything senior photography related, you will find at Seniorology.com. With 12 years of experience, I can confidently say that having the right mindset, the right tools, and the right resources, you too can be the go-to senior photographer in your area, and I would love to help you do that. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to let you know that I've got a free resource down below. Just click that link in the description. It is a free prom post. It's a carousel post template with tips to give your seniors how to prep for prom. So go ahead and grab that as a special thank you for watching and post away. So let's dive into today's episode. Okay, so today's episode is all about planning and booking prom mini sessions. And I'm gonna go through the steps to do just that. So let's dive in. Step one is research. I believe that knowledge is powerful, and before you do anything, knowing what you need to know about the local high school prom dates is key. So I want you to make a list of the area high schools, and then I want you to research when their prom is being held. You can do this by calling the high school office or simply looking on the website. They usually have an events calendar, and then I want you to mark your calendar with this information. It's crucial to know when the different proms are so that you can plan accordingly. You want to give yourself plenty of time to start marketing and speaking to those potential prom clients in advance. So knowing the dates of their prom will help you do that. Now, step two is to create a how to prep for prom freebie. Now, if you haven't done email marketing before, don't worry, there are plenty of episodes right here on this channel on email marketing. But the key to getting those emails is to give something in return. So when we're talking about prom, a prom prep guide is the perfect freebie to grab those email addresses of those potential prom mini session clients, okay? So you want to include stuff like where to shop, maybe team up with local vendors around your area and get some helpful information from them. Maybe when to book hair and makeup, maybe when to place your order for those flowers, where to shop for the prom dress, how far in advance you need to do so, maybe about tuxes and renting them and what the rules are with that. There's so much information that you can share that is valuable to potential prom mini session clients. So I want you to create a freebie around that information. Okay, so step three is to create an email sequence. This is what's going to go out once those interested people get on your list for that freebie you created, okay? You're gonna nurture them and then you're gonna sell to them, AKA book those prom sessions with this email sequence. I want you to write about 3 to 6 emails that will provide helpful information all around prom. Again, ask vendors that have something to do with prom, tuck shops, dress shops, flower shops, etc., for information. And you can use them to help get that freebie and that email sequence out and gather more names. You guys can team up together, share about the freebie, and their audience and your audience can work together to get people on that email list, okay? Remember, you want to use this time while people are getting on this list to nurture these people, okay? You will send out an actual book your prom session email closer to the dates of prom, okay? Right now, we're working in advance to warm them up to this idea that you're the right prom photographer for them. Okay, so step 4 is to advertise the freebie. When you have the freebie created and those emails ready to go, it's time to advertise it so you can start building that list before you're ready to book those sessions, okay? Again, use that relationship with a vendor to help you reach an even bigger audience because they can share and advertise the freebie as well. You want to be sure to add the freebie link anywhere and everywhere you can, okay? You want to talk about it often. You want to get it out there because if they don't know about it, they're not able to sign up with their email to receive that freebie. So add the link in bio, have the vendor add the link in bio, make plenty of posts about it, talk about it on your story. You may want to even add it to the bottom of any emails you have going out to current clients. Anywhere you can think to advertise that freebie, I want you to do so. Now, step 5, while your list is growing and your nurture emails are going out and people are getting on your list, I want you to think about pricing those prom sessions. Before you book, you've got to have a pricing structure in place, okay? Think about 2 things. Number 1, who is going to be your client? Is it the parent or is it the teenager or the senior? That may affect how you price your prom sessions. And then also ask yourself, what is your ultimate goal with prom sessions? Is it to solely make a ton of profit, or is it to make a profit but also get out in front of potential clients? Again, the answer to that question may affect how you price your prom mini sessions. Now, a good rule of thumb when it comes to pricing prom mini sessions is to price it per person. And here's why. It's not always just a couple that wants photos taken. A lot of times I have found that it's friend groups, which may be several people. I mean, could be up to 20 people in a friend group. I don't know. But if you price it per person, then you're covering yourself no matter whether it's 2 people or 20 people, okay? So you want to make sure that you create a price that is right for each person. And that price is probably going to include a certain window of time and a certain amount of digital images. Okay, step number 6 is to plan out the actual day of prom mini sessions. You want to ask yourself, how long do you need in order to photograph a group? Everyone shoots a little bit differently. Some people shoot super fast, some people don't. So you need to make sure that you give yourself plenty of time per group, okay? 15 to 20 minutes would work for me, but you may need a little bit more. So figure out how much you need per group and then figure out how many slots you can have per day, okay? And then you want to figure out your location, okay? You want to choose a location that you know and feel comfortable with the lighting. Typically, prom photo shoots happen a little bit earlier than our personal ideal golden hour time frame of taking photos because prom goers need time for photos, time for dinner, and time to get to prom. So typically it's a little bit earlier in the day. So make sure you're choosing a location that might have some open shade or lighting in general that you feel completely comfortable shooting in. You also want to consider how popular a location might be before determining what location you're going to be at. Because if you're like me, in your town, there may be this one super popular place for prom photos. For me, it's a park downtown. So do I want to choose the popular location, or do I want to choose a location that gives me a little bit less of a crowd to have to deal with? Just consider all your options. But whatever location you choose, make sure you're choosing the location and every prom group is coming to you and you are not driving all over town trying to accommodate each prom group. You want to pick one central location that everybody comes to. Okay, step number 7 is time to book those prom mini sessions. You've done all this work up front, you've nurtured your audience, you've offered that freebie, you've gotten tons of names on your email list, and now it's time to draft an email to all those on your list to say, let's book your prom session, okay? You want to make sure that the people on your list know, and you tell them that they are getting first dibs at your limited prom sessions. It's a first come, first served basis, and you are letting them book before you release the dates to the public. Let them know that the slots will fill up fast and that you hope that you are going to be their prom photographer. You just want to create that sense of urgency and that fear of missing out if they don't book with you through this email list, okay? Then you can release those dates to the public that don't get filled by your email list. You also want to make sure that you are offering some sort of incentive. So not only, an incentive could be that they're first on the list, they got on your list, so they're the first to be able to book. Or an incentive could be if you book by a certain date, you will get X. It could be a discount of some sort. It could be, an extra digital image, an actual print, whatever the case may be. But creating a sense of urgency and giving them an incentive to book is key. But you also want to be sure to give your list first dibs. That's why you created that email list in the first place, and then advertise it to the public to fill any spots that you have left open. Now, when it comes to actually booking the session, if you're dealing with friend groups, a very important factor will be to have one point of contact. It's just going to make it easier on you. So if it's a 20-person friend group, have one contact, make sure you get their information, their cell number, their email, and their social media handle. And that's the person that you're going to give those reminders to. Text if for some reason you have something come up or it rains and you need to let them know a backup plan. Just have one person to contact in a friend group. Then once you actually get to the day of prom, you're going to gather all the other people's information. You also want to make sure that you get that payment up front. I personally believe that dealing with payment on the day of prom when they're all dressed up and they may or may not have their wallet with them is key. Plus, it means they're invested and that they'll show up. So I like to take the payment of the mini session when they book. This not only books the session, secures their spot, but allows you not to have to worry about dealing with money the day of the prom sessions. Okay, so now I mentioned gathering the information of the rest of the group on the day of the prom session. It is super helpful to make sure you're getting everyone's contact information, email, and Instagram. This will be helpful for future promotions that you may want to email them about, or following them on Instagram to create that relationship for potential future booking for their senior photos. Having their information is a great thing to have. So make sure you have maybe a clipboard with a, where they can write their name, their email, their Instagram, and their phone number before you start taking the photos. It's also a really good rule to give them information about you and your business, and a QR code is a great way to do that. You could do a business card, but the chances of a teenager keeping up with the business card are pretty slim, but they always have their phone on them, so you could have them scan a QR code that provides information to them about your business. Now, what information am I talking about? Number one is your Instagram. They're going to be posting these photos. You want them to be able to tag you, okay? Plus, them following you on Instagram is another great way to create that relationship with them or continue that relationship with them. So have a QR code that they scan that gives them your information, your contact info, your email, your website, your Instagram. And I think it's super important to go ahead and give them the link to the gallery for when you are ready to deliver those photos. If they already have that, then you don't have to worry about them going, hey, how do I get my photos? You already gave that to them. Just let them know that the photos will be in there within X amount of time. Okay, step 8 is to email and text reminders leading up to the day of the prom sessions. Make sure that you keep all of your contact information handy and send those reminders so everyone shows up and nobody misses a thing. Step 9 is to edit and deliver the images. Now, the one thing I know about teenagers and prom is that they are a little bit impatient. There's a very small window of time in which they want to post and share these images that you have taken. They do not want to share prom photos a week after prom. By then it's too late, according to them. So you are gonna want to have a very quick turnaround when it comes to prom mini sessions. So just go ahead and plan accordingly so that you can turn these images around and they can post as quickly as possible. Remember, the more they post of your images, the more people see it, the more people know about you, and the more people can potentially book you for senior photo sessions. Now, that was a lot of info, and I hope you found it super helpful. But to help you even more, I'm going to give you some homework because I want these episodes to be very actionable episodes that help you move your business forward, okay? So your first piece of homework is to research those high schools. Find out when prom is, okay? Write those dates on your calendar. I want you to call a local prom vendor and see how you can team up with them to help each other advertise your businesses to people going to prom, right? AKA juniors, seniors, depends on your area. My area is just seniors, but if your area is juniors and seniors, that's even more people that you could potentially get to follow and potentially book senior sessions with you. Now, your next piece of homework is to put together that freebie we talked about. You can easily make a free PDF guide all about prom in Canva. And then next, I want you to think about those 3 to 6 nurture emails that you're going to send out once people start getting on your list. Go ahead and write those out, okay? Then start advertising your prom freebie to gather those email lists and then start booking your prom mini sessions. You've got this. I know you can do it. Prom can be such a great way to market your business and get in front of your ideal client. That's a lot of info for today. I hope you found it helpful. I would love to hear from you. If you use any of this information to help you book your prom mini sessions, you can email me at info@seniorology.com or tag me in a post or DM me on Instagram, okay? So if you need more help with marketing your senior photography business and booking not only prom sessions, but senior sessions in general, making 4 figures per senior session, and becoming the go-to senior photographer in your area, I've got a program called the Seniorology Semester that teaches you everything you need to know and gives you a proven roadmap to follow to being that go-to senior photographer. The Seniorology Semester is a 6-month coaching program designed specifically for senior photographers, and it is open for enrollment now. For more information about this program, click the link in the description below or simply go to seniorology.com/semester. As always, thank you so much for watching and tuning in to my channel. I would love for you to give it a thumbs up if you like what you saw, and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. I'll see you next week with an all new episode right here on Seniorology.